I'd like to start off by addressing the workability claims, or what the opposing side says won't work about my policy. He started off by saying that 18-year-olds will have their freedom taken away, and the right to privacy will be challenged through making 18, 19, and 20-year-olds unable to smoke. Well, let's start with the privacy one. The right to privacy doesn't apply to the use of any illegal substance. Let's just, right there, if you're smoking illegal drugs at home, or if you're underage drinking at home, you can still be charged. So just because smoking age is increased doesn't mean you're any less private, or your privacy is being challenged. You're still not allowed to break the law when you're home alone. So let's move on to having personal freedoms and liberties taken away. As I stated before, a person's mind doesn't fully develop until they're 21. So an 18-year-old can have a lot of chemical alteration to their brain should they smoke through chemicals of nicotine that can force addiction in them. And that's really not a good thing. And then they could challenge this claim by saying, well, they have the right to vote and they have the right to join the army. But choosing to vote doesn't alter your brain chemistry. Choosing to join the army doesn't alter your brain chemistry. Choosing to smoke does. And then that can cause to you having a permanent addiction and a permanent habit that ultimately ruins your health through destroying your lungs over time with tar and other nonsense and dirty chemicals. Also, let's move on to the issue over punishing those that with taxes. Let's raise the taxes, raise the smoking taxes. People who currently smoke know that cigarettes cost a lot. And if the prices increased, they probably would keep buying them. It's sad but true. It's just like if the gas prices go up. We don't like it, we have to spend more money, but we have to buy the gas to get along. Well, for chronic or addicted smokers, they have to have that cigarette keep going on. So increasing the taxes wouldn't really give them an incentive to quit. Instead, it would just take more money out of their pocket, and most smokers, unfortunately, they tend not to be that well off, especially teenage smokers. They don't have a lot of money. They could just be stealing from their parents to get the money to give it to the stranger to buy the smokes for them. It's just not a good solution to charge more for it. Charging more is just not an answer. Also, they also stated that the tax revenue can help pay for all the medical costs that are currently happening. Well, yeah, it could, but as Riley stated before, only 2% of the tax revenue taken from the tobacco industry actually goes back into the system. It goes into prevention programs and medical costs. And the CDC has recommended that it should be about 15% of that revenue should go towards medical costs and prevention programs. So this well, it could work, but currently in the system it doesn't. They don't pay for it. And then I'd also like to bring up that they quote the CDC a lot and the Surgeon General, but are they aware that the CDC and the Surgeon General are both for the policy of raising the age to 21 across the nation? And although it has to be done on a state level individually, they still are in favor for this because it complements. It doesn't go against, it doesn't hurt any other system, it complements the current policies that are in place to help prevent teenagers as well as middle-aged adults from smoking. And that is all I have for now.